All right, and we're live. Welcome to episode 8 of the Geek Culture and Philosophy Podcast. My name is Mike.
And my name is RC.
And we here on this podcast talk about stuff in geek culture, politics, philosophy, current events, science, anything that interests us. I'm doing okay. It's been a little bit of a rough week, but I'm glad to be here recording. How are you doing, RC?
I'm feeling good as well. So Saturday, tomorrow is Easter, which is cool.
Oh, yeah, Easter. Great holiday. I love Easter.
Yes.
Did your parents do like the Easter baskets when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had an Easter basket that we got every year with the that like plastic grass in it, and then you always get like a chocolate bunny. And when I was much younger, I mean, I don't get them anymore, of course, but when I was much younger, like under 10, they'd actually even throw in some toys sometimes, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, okay, so my best year, under 10, my best year for Easter was the year I was into Pokemon cards when I was a kid.
Okay.
My parents had put, like, I couldn't, as a kid, so when I was a kid, my dad had when I was, like, a younger kid, my dad had a pretty good job, so our family was pretty, like, up, it felt like upper middle class.
Sure.
And then when he got laid off, things got tough. But that year, I even couldn't believe it as a kid, but they got me like, it was like 20-some booster packs of like Pokemon cards.
Wow.
Right? And as a kid, that's like insane. Right?
Is, yeah.
Like I had like the little binders, and I would just like look at them, and I was just like, I would open them up. I think my favorite card I opened was like a Gyarados, I think. I love Gyarados.
Gyarados,
so yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Gyarados is a cool one. So yeah, I never played the Pokemon game. Well, at least when I was a kid, I never played it. I just collected the cards because I liked the show and the video games.
Yes.
It was just a thing you did. It's the same thing with the Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched the show, and the show was awesome. We would play, but we didn't know the rules, so we would just play the rules that we like learned from the TV show, which is not what the real rules are. Yeah. So like, so that's this is how we did it.
My limited knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't it? All they are doing is like, oh yeah, well I have this card, and then the thing appears, and then the other guy's like, well I have this card, and the thing appears. There's no like rules for when certain things to be played.
No, there's definitely rules. Well, I mean, on the show, that's kind of basically how they do it. And there's the way the rules work in the actual game, though, is I'm pretty sure is that so every monster, whatever, has like a star rating.
Yes.
And anything that's a star rating above 4, you have to sacrifice monsters on your field to be able to play them.
And so would they do that in the show? I mean, I know that's a rule in the card game, but did they do that in the show?
I don't think they did that in the show. Or if they did, they didn't do it as much as like they should have.
Okay.
Anyway, speaking of cards,
yes,
and opening packs, I received a booster box of Scars of Mirrodin in the mail this week. That I won in an eBay auction. I know I've been talking up the set, and I put my money where my mouth is. You know what I mean? And so this episode, we're going to take a trip down memory lane. We're going to talk some Magic, some other stuff, maybe some current events and stuff. But like, we're going to have like a conversation like over like me opening some booster packs. So I will. All right, so I'm pulling out of my driveway. I mean, I'm cutting into the seal. It has the wizard shrink wrap over it, so I know it's real and not like a real sealed thing full of well, hopefully, if I open this up and it's just like a bunch of like Easter grass, I don't know. I've been duped, I guess. But
yeah, so that shrink wrap you're describing has the little. It's like a little banner that says Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, and it has like the little like shooting star that used to be on the old foils.
Yeah. So that's how you know if it's the booster box.
Yeah, if you get like a booster box from this era and it does not have that on there, you've been sold like a fake booster box.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's got like the paper on top. Oh man, they got rid of this too. Like Rudy always mentions this, that like they're so cheap that they don't even put like the little paper on top of the booster boxes anymore.
Is it blank paper or is it like a little promo?
No, it's a little promo paper. So it's got like a little. So it says Scars of Mirrodin, and it's got Cough of the Hammer on it. Really cool art.
Okay.
It's like bigger art, and then on the back it says "Join the Wizards Play Network." You too can receive protection if you're a pedophile. No. All right, I'm gonna open the top pack real quick. Oh man, doesn't it just feel good?
I have a gatherer open, so if we find any obscure cards you want to talk about, I can search them up.
All right, so the first pack's a Mox Opal.
All right.
That's it's pretty good. I was gonna like slow roll it, but I kind of like saw it already, so I didn't want to like fake out our audience.
Wait. You got a Mox Opal the first pack?
All right, so let's just go through it. All commons. We got a Faravore.
Wait, what?
Silvermere, Cisbear, Carapace. Carapace Forger, I think, is very good in the Pauper Affinity decks, if I remember correctly. It's a 2/2 that gets +2/+2 if you have Metalcraft.
Okay.
Oh, we got a Snapsteel Glider. I remember playing a lot of this card. It's a 3-mana 2/2 that gets flying if you have Metalcraft. Assault Strobe, it's a sorcery of that one that gives creatures double strike.
Mm-hmm.
Twisted Image, one of my favorite cards ever printed. Glad I got that. And we got a Mox Opal.
That's insane on your first pack. Do you even want to open the rest of the box?
No, we're going to open the rest of the box. We're opening the rest of the box.
All right. Okay.
I also got a foil rare. It's not a good one, though.
Okay.
It's Hand of the Praetors.
Hand of the Praetor. Oh, wait, that's the guy who looks like a vulture? He's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he was like in an event deck and like a intro pack, I think. So he's not worth very much. But he's like an Infect Lord. He's a 4-mana creature, 3/2 with Infect. Other Infect creatures get +1/+1, and whenever you cast a creature spell with Infect, target player gets a poison counter. It's very good for extended games. I mean, it's like the way Infect works now is the way Infect decks work in like competitive formats is you want to kill them as fast as possible with pump spells. Mm-hmm. So he's not really played. But in your like casual Infect deck, he's probably an all-star.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to say about this guy. I always like this card. I've never played him in a deck, but one of the movies I really like growing up was called The Dark Crystal. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have seen I've seen parts of it. I don't think I've seen the whole thing. I'll be honest.
Well, okay. Well, out of all Magic cards artwork, this guy seems to me like he's the closest to the villains in that movie, which are called the Skeksis.
Yeah.
Like an evil race of bird people or whatever they are. He kind of looks like a Skeksis, and I always thought that was pretty cool.
Yes, and I'm showing my preparation here by trying to fumble around and look for sleeves because I can't find any. So
yeah, man, you gotta sleeve that opal.
Yeah, I gotta sleeve that opal.
What is that up to? I mean, if a Mox opal.
Do you want to be my researcher on that?
Yeah, sure. I'll look that up while you're finding your sleeve.
Check Pithing Needle for me while you're at it.
You got it.
It's good. See, Pithing Needle's really good in this set because it's an artifact, and it goes towards your Metalcraft count.
Yeah, and if you have your Trinket Mage, you can find the Pithing Needle.
True.
Right. So, which Trinket Mage is in this set, right?
Yeah, Trinket Mage is in this set. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so the Masterpiece Pithing Needle is $70. The regular Pithing Needle looks like it goes from anywhere from $3 to $4. And I'm gonna look up the Mox Opal, which I'm looking at Cool Stuff Inc. by the way. So
okay, well they're about right. I think they're about TCG mid, maybe a little more expensive. So
yeah. Well, the thing is, they offer free shipping and stuff. So I think by the time you place an order with Cool Stuff, you get about average market value. You're paying about average market value for the cards.
Yeah.
Because if you bought them like on eBay or something, you may have to pay for shipping. Mox Opal from Modern Masters is $85. Mox Opal from Scars of Mirrodin is also $85. So
that's pretty good. That pays for about a third of the box.
Yeah, that's excellent. Cool.
Okay. I forgot Galvanic Blast was in this set. I opened another pack, by the way.
Okay, all right. Galvanic Blast. I like that card.
Okay, I'm skipping the commons. If I have a story about a common, I'll let you know.
Sure.
But nah, these are. Oh my god, drafting a set used to be so fun. Okay, so we got these like Trigons, which like suck. I hated the Trigons. I don't understand why they were in the set. We got this Dark Slick Drake, which is pretty cool. 2/4 for 4. When it is put into the graveyard, you draw a card. It's a flyer.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Mem Knight, very exciting when it was first printed.
That's a card that's still played in Modern.
Yeah, so that's probably like $1, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe like 50 cents. And then we got our rare is a Semblance Anvil that everyone thought was going to be like super broken, but ended up not doing much. It's a 3-mana artifact with imprint, and when you imprint it with a non-land card, and it says spells you cast that would share a card type with the exile card costs 2 less to cast.
Okay.
So the idea is you exile an artifact under it, and all your artifacts cost 2 less. This can lead to like combos and such. We got another foil. It's an uncommon this time. Halt Order looks cool. I love the way the foils look in this set.
Halt Order. Okay.
Yeah. So counter target for 3 mana, blue and 2. Counter target artifact spell, draw a card. So pretty good in this set, in this environment.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you should smell these, dude. Oh, man, they smell so good. I'll be honest. Oh, God. And they feel good. Like, oh, they're not, like, curling. Oh, and they're like, oh, it's so good.
Would you ever make a cube out of this set? Like Scars of Mirrodin or just a Mirrodin block cube? Would you ever consider that?
I would consider it. I don't see, the thing is, I don't like the old Mirrodin. I'll be honest. Like I've done flashback drafts of it on Magic Online and such. I don't really like I don't like the way the cards look and how they play together. I might do like a Scars of Mirrodin block cube maybe if I had like an infinite amount of time and money. But you know, but yeah, I love this set specifically. Like honestly, like even New Phyrexia is like okay to me. Like it's still good, but like Scars of Mirrodin specifically, I love this set.
Yes, yeah.
But anyway, all right, let's get on another Magic topic. So there's rumors going around that the M25 was so bad that the Dominaria leaks that we went over in episode, what was it, 4? 6?
Well, let's see. We're recording number 8 right now, or is it number 7? This is 8.
It's just 8.
All right. So I don't think we talked about it last week. I think we talked about it the week before. So yeah, it would have been episode 6.
Okay. Well, then in that case, in that in that episode, we talked about. Sorry, I opened a good card. Yeah. In that episode, we talked about the Dominaria leak spoilers and what we liked about them, what we didn't. And apparently, there's a rumor going around that those were leaked intentionally to draw attention away from the fact that M25 is so bad. And I say that with like an Italian with my fingers up like this because it's just so bad.
Yeah. So, I'm looking at prices of Masters 25 cards right now. They have dipped a little bit there. I don't think they've bottomed out yet, but again, I'm looking at cool stuff. They're going for some special sale now where booster boxes are $150 when the MSRP is $240 according to them.
Yes.
So that's quite a significant discount. I mean, considering the set was released like less than a month ago, they're almost like slicing it in half. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, the thing is like Rudy explained this in one of his videos, to where when you're a Magic product, right, and your product is like random assortments of cards through booster packs, there's no such thing as a bad product, only bad prices.
Okay.
Right, because he's going over. So it was in a video where he talked about the holiday gift packs or whatever they were, like those really crappy ones that were like 3 booster packs with those promo lands.
Sure.
Right, and they wanted to charge $20 for them, right?
Yeah.
But he's saying, well, I'm working on a deal where I could buy like these in bulk for instead of $20 a piece, like $4 or $5 a piece.
Okay.
Or $6 a piece, right? And then the product looks a lot better, right? Like if you're only charging like $6 a piece for one of these, then it's a little better than 20, obviously. So yeah, so with Masters 25, if the MSRP for Masters 25 was just 150, like that was Wizards MSRP for it, and that's how much the booster packs cost, like a piece, it wouldn't be that bad of a set. It wouldn't be that bad of a product. It's the fact they want to charge $10 a piece for this garbage. You know what I mean?
And the only cards that are like worth like a considerable amount of money are all mythic rares, with the exception of
not all the mythic rares.
Yeah, Rashad and Port, Blood Moon, and
I see what you're saying. It's just like cards that are worth something are mythic rares, except for Rashad and Port and so on.
Yeah, there's like maybe 3 regular rares that are like worthwhile. I don't know. It's I think the prices are like with all sets, they're going to catch up eventually and be lower than what they are now. I think they're still kind of sitting on the fact that like not everybody has acquired the cards they're looking for just yet, but a couple more weeks of the set being out, and I think the price is going to dip even more. But then again, if nobody's drafting the set, then I guess the cards aren't being opened, so maybe the supply will stay low, and maybe the prices will.
Yeah, the theory, Rudy's conspiracy theory. So apparently, Wizards is on like dead radio silence on like what the future of this set is. Because with other Master sets, they usually announce like a second print run, or like a thing with like Eternal Masters where they did that special release for the holidays.
Sure.
But right now apparently it's just radio silence on Wizards because they're just ignoring the fact that even the set exists.
Yeah.
Which is what I mean. Honestly, it's probably the right decision for them.
Yeah, I'd like to get a ensnaring bridge and an Imperial Recruiter, but the price is more.
I think Imperial Recruiter is going to bottom out even more. Honestly,
I think so too because he's like a one of in a commander deck, and that's kind of it.
There was a pretty popular Legacy deck that played him, but since Sensei's Divining Top got banned, the deck's really bad.
Okay.
As far as I know, I mean, might still be played in Legacy in something like red, white, like Death and Taxes, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, could you look up the price of Black Cleave Cliffs for me?
Oh yeah, that thing's at least $20.
Oh, I think you'll be a little surprised at what the price is.
Oh, they're going up even more. Is it? Whoa. Okay. Cool Stuff is saying $50 out of stock.
Yeah, as far as I know, I think they're at like 70 or something right now.
Wow. Is this thing okay? Is this due to the fact that that the Hollow One deck? You know the one I'm talking, the Hollow One that has.
It's originally because it's a 4 of in Modern Jund, which is a very popular deck. But now the Hollow One deck plays it as well, I think. So.
Okay. Wow, that's incredible. Well, I'm actually selling a lot of cards right now that has Black Cleave Cliffs in it. Maybe I need to reconsider the price. I didn't know this thing was $50.
Just so you know, they are a target for reprint. So if you do want to get rid of it,
it would be good.
Know. Well, I mean, if you're not going to use it, I don't see it getting any higher than it is now. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you are going to use it, I would just hold on to it.
Sure. It wasn't my my zombie EDH deck, which I dismantled and am now selling. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Whatever. It's cool.
So, open another pack. I got a Sunblast Angel in this one. Not a great rare.
Okay.
But powerful.
Yeah, I would say that's an iconic card of the set.
Yeah, it's definitely an iconic card, and also another foil. I opened a foil, and oh no, I didn't get one in the last pack. So 3 out of 4 packs have had a foil.
Not bad.
But this one's a common, a Sylvark replica. Like, I love the replicas; those were awesome. I love the replicas in the set. Like this set had like, I mean, some of the cycles were bad, but also some of the cycles were awesome. Like the replicas.
Mm-hmm.
And the mirrors, like the mirrors that give you like the different colors of mana, those are cool too.
Yes.
Like I got a gold mirror in this pack.
Yeah, mirrors are cool. And they were printed originally in a regular Mirrodin.
Yeah.
And they brought them back for Scars, which is cool.
Yeah. I know some people call them Murs. It's mirror, by the way. Just
it's mirror.
You know. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I like this card, Oxida Scrap Melter. It's an uncommon. It's just a 4 mana when it comes into play, destroy an artifact. I actually think it saw play in I think it might have saw play in Living End, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, that's a different card. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different card. But there's this card. It's just a I like the art. It's a beast. It's just like a big like porcupine pig thing that like breathes fire. Like I always thought that was cool when I was a kid.
Yeah, I have one of these guys in my cube because it's like a utility creature that does something good when it enters the battlefield.
Yes. So Masters 25. Did you draft the set, RC?
I've not Masters 25?
Yeah.
No, I've not.
Me neither. Price is too high. I haven't even like gotten the these old packs are hard to open. I haven't gotten like an itch to like go on Magic Online to go try it either.
Sure.
Which will usually happen to me with some of these sets, but not this one. Hopefully, maybe I'm actually resisting Wizards' powers over me. But anyway, in this week in spoilers, uh, there seems to be some. I know we didn't talk about this beforehand, RC, but now that I think about it, I want to bring this up.
Okay.
There seems to be some like racial swapping going on some of the new Magic cards coming
I
out.
think I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right. So we're referring to Dominaria.
Yeah, Dominaria cards.
All right.
So I don't understand. If you can explain to me, like why that like why like we already talked about how they're like switching minorities that were already minorities to other minorities, like, and that's like really weird. I just don't understand why it just suddenly everyone is you know diverse.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, diversity is our greatest strength, Mike.
Oh, see, okay. See, I didn't know that. All right. Well, since diversity is our greatest strength, why
I
can't
can't give
we?
you a reason as to why. I just know that that's the phrase.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So there's a couple characters that you're probably referring to Danitha or Danitha Capuchin, comma Paragon, who you texted me and said, "Hey, is this like the descendant of Gerard?" And I said, "Well, no, I believe Capuchin is either the name of an area or like an order of knights from a certain area. So that doesn't necessarily mean she's like of his lineage." But then I was reading online, and some people are saying that she is supposed to be of his lineage. And Gerard was like, I guess, a white guy. Maybe he looked like he was Italian or something like that. But
yeah.
Danitha or Danitha looks like she's, some sort of African descent or something like that. Okay, whatever. Not a big deal. But then when you go and look at like all the other cases where they seems like they're swapping things around, it just seems like they're kind of pushing some sort of an agenda.
And apparently, there's another Capuchin character that's white. Apparently, so I don't understand. It's on the. They did a release on it. I should have looked this up beforehand. He's like a wizard. He serves on the new Weatherlight.
He's from Dominaria, this new upcoming set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me.
All right, so if you look at the old cards that refer to the Capuchin area, there's Capuchin Standard, which shows two white men. One of them's like helping dress the other one. Let's see what else we got. Capuchin Unicorn, which is just a unicorn. So, but there is. That might be a picture of like somebody from Jamura riding the Capuchin Unicorn. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's where the culture is mixed. Capuchin.
Let's see.
Capuchin Templar shows a white guy in a suit of armor.
Oh, okay. This guy named Raph Capuchin, Ship's Mage, is his name.
Raph Capuchin. Okay.
Raph Capuchin. Let me give you a link. I'm on MTG Salvation right now.
That's a funny name, Raph Capuchin.
Raph, yeah. He's like, oh, by the way, how much is Sword of Body and Mind worth right now?
Oh, did you get one of those?
Yeah, I just got one of those.
Dude, you're out of your mind here.
People are gonna think I'm lying because they can't see the fucking things. But like, all right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a picture of these cards, and that's gonna be the thumbnail for this episode.
All right.
Like I'm gonna hold up like the Blackleaf Cliffs, the Moxo. And by the way, I don't own any of these cards because I'm poor, and I would have sold them anyway years ago. So don't think that they're just like from my collection. So.
Okay, well, I mean, it's an excellent card, but it looks like it's going for about $14.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it's actually not bad for a mythic because there's some really bad mythics in the set.
Yes. Yeah.
So good for Cube though too. So
excellent. Yeah, it's a great card.
All right. Well, that's two mythics in the box already. Both have been good. One's the best one, so it's about all we can hope for. Oh God, it smells so good. Anyway, but yeah, so apparently I think they're siblings. I don't understand. They're supposed to be like siblings, or I don't understand. Like this, so I thought that confirmed what you told me earlier, where let's see, where Where's the? They had an article up, and I can't find it anymore.
Who's supposed to be siblings? Dan.
The Raph guy. Apparently, his full name is Raph Wynn, but they call him Raph.
Okay.
Let's see. Raph Capuchin. Well, he says he is a descendant of Captain Gerard Capuchin. So this wiki says. He's a young illusionist, studied at the Tolarian Academy. He says his older sister Danitha. So Danitha is also supposed to be a descendant of.
What color? What color is Raph Capuchin?
He looks white to me.
No, his card. His card.
Oh, blue.
He's blue. He's not
showing up. I don't think he has a card yet.
Oh, he doesn't have a card.
They just introduced his character. I think is just like his name. Okay. Like, yes, I'm saying, like, I think he's gonna have a card. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a card named Raph Capuchin Ship's Mage eventually.
Okay.
But we don't know when he will be printed. I don't even know if he might not even be in the set yet.
Okay, so if he's the blue mage that is on the Weatherlight, he would be, I guess, fulfilling the role of Urtai in the original Weatherlight Crow.
Sure.
Who was the blue mage?
You would know more than me on that.
I know some. I know some things about it. I really should go back and read those books because I do like the Weatherlight story, but I don't really know it that well. I know a little bit more about the Brothers' War because I read that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so Urtai would be the blue mage on the original Weatherlight, and I guess this Wrath guy takes that place. Danitha is not on the... She's not going to be on the Weatherlight, though, right?
No, apparently she refused to join the Weatherlight. She was... so this little wiki says... so Raph is a young illusionist who studied at Tolarian Academy. He offered to join the Weatherlight after his older sister Danitha Capuchin refused. Raph is son of Aaron Capuchin, who's the head of the highest house of Benalia. Despite his noble heritage, he prefers to go by the name of Raph.
Okay.
Oh, the spell bombs, dude! I love the spell bombs. I love the spell bombs. That's such a so good. Open a Putrefax in this pack. Not a great rare, but
I like that card.
It is a cool card. I used to play it and tried to play it in standard. There's also a really sweet, like, not really a combo, I guess, but it's a synergy in EDH where you play it like a deck you can play is the Mimeoplasm Infect, where you just play a bunch of Infect creatures. But like what you can do is you have Putrefax in your graveyard. You make your creature a copy of Putrefax, so it has Trample, Haste, and Infect. And then you just exile some huge creature out of a graveyard to give it, like, whatever amount of counters.
Yeah.
And you just have this giant Trampling Haste Infector to kill someone with.
I did that once. I've done that once in EDH with my Mimeoplasm deck.
Ooh!
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool when I did it, but the amount of times I had it set up and it failed was, like, so much more than the one time it worked. But it is cool if you can make it happen. For
sure. So yeah, I've seen. If you remember Gabe from the store we used to go to, he had a Mimeoplasm Infect deck.
Okay.
That was cool. Anyway, next topic, I guess. Okay, so we'll go back. We'll circle back. Do you think there's any credence to the theory that they did the Dominaria spoilers on purpose?
I think I do think I think it's very likely because they were talking about Masters 25, then the leak happened, and they seem to be only focused on the leak. Typically in the past, Wizards has never like really come out and admitted like when something's been leaked, they just like don't acknowledge it. And in this case, they kind of like acknowledged it like the same day it happened. And the reason they put it out there was like, I think I remember some phrase like rather than having people guess and get some of the phrases wrong, we're just gonna like let you know what the translations are, because originally it was leaked in like Chinese or something like that.
Yeah, it was in Chinese.
And I mean, from their perspective, why would they care if people like misinterpreted things? Because then there's still like some spoiler left. if people try to translate, get something wrong, then you see the real card. And I mean, there's still some sense of like mystery if there's like a translation error, but they were just like willing to just show everything on the day it was leaked. And then that also quote unquote forced them to start talking about Dominaria sooner, and I think they bumped up their official spoilers like 2 weeks early. I mean, they haven't been spoiling cards at the level that they normally do, I guess, because the spoiler season now is a little bit longer than it normally would be. But the fact that they were willing to make those changes and they've never done that before, maybe it's possible they're trying a new strategy, but I think they're just trying to not draw the. I think they're trying to draw the attention away from a set, which is Masters 25, that is not going to be pulling up the sales numbers that their other Master sets have had.
So a Wizards insider for Jeremy at Unsleeved Media, has told him, and of course there is a chance that Jeremy's just bullshitting, but I don't know. It seems to be reliable a lot of the time when he talks about stuff like this.
Okay.
So apparently his insider said that in the past, we do know in the past that when leaks have happened to people, or people do leaks, Wizards comes down hard on those people.
Sure.
Right? Like that's like them, like they do pursue legal action. But apparently nothing is being pursued against this Chinese company that like leaked the thing. And anybody who asks about it is just like laughed off. Where they're like, ha ha ha, like forget about it, it's not a big deal. Or whatever. And that's the culture inside Wizards about the leak.
Is it possible that the Chinese market is so large and there's so few outlets in China that talk about Magic cards that they don't want to burn any bridges with any of the like secondary sources that kind of talk about Magic news in Chinese, whereas like in English there's so many sites that talk about Magic cards?
Yes, I think that could be a case. I don't know if you remember when they announced that they are having Chinese only versions of some cards.
No, really?
Like similar to it's not going to be a dual deck, but similar to that like Jace vs. Chandra dual deck that was like a Japanese like anime style.
Oh yeah.
Of it. Like apparently there's like a whole line of like promo like Planeswalker like promo cards or something that they are releasing for the Chinese market.
Okay.
I think it's just because they're like they're trying to like find more money elsewhere because the ship is sinking slowly, but it is sinking.
Why fix things in the English market, the market that's been so good to them since day one? Why fix things there? Just like go somewhere else and like not don't even try to make it up to the people that have been loyal for so long.
Exactly. Like don't like forget about these people who've like helped us all. Ooh, I opened a worm token for Wormcoil Engine. That's cool.
Oh, okay.
So that was the best card in that pack, by the way. And
okay.
Why fake when you can just like tap into a market? That's what the movie industry is doing now, where they make movies for the Chinese market, not for the American market anymore, because it's so big.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars messed up there because apparently putting a Vietnamese woman with a black guy did not sit well with the Chinese. In that last movie,
they edited him out of the posters, I heard.
Well, yeah, and they pulled the movie from theaters like months early.
Yeah.
So, just to give you a hint of how Star Wars is doing. The side note on Star Wars, it's actually funny. So I think I mentioned him on the show probably last week or the week before. But Ethan Van Sciver is a popular comics artist and runs a YouTube channel called Comic Artist Pros Secrets.
Okay.
He recently just watched The Last Jedi, like when it came out on like Blu-ray or whatever.
Okay.
And now he's on like a war path to like expose everything about this like movie because he heard it like people didn't like it, but he's like, you know, he's got a job and a family, like he doesn't know time to like, you know, he doesn't have time outside of his YouTube time to worry about like other stuff, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what the YouTube channel is for him. is like it's a way him to express his feelings and like personal life in addition to like other stuff. Plus, I think it's also a combination that people are going after him hard for being a Republican. So
how dare he?
Yeah, how dare he be a Republican? And so this is his way of doing something else that not really related to comics but still nerd stuff. And he's just like putting video after video. Like he does these videos where he like goes over articles where he has like his little pen in his hand, like a little like drawing pencil, to, like point stuff out. He's got like 4 iPads going at the same time, and
Okay.
he's just like going down these articles, and he's just like reading like writing about like Ryan Johnson took the Star Wars franchise into a bold new direction, and he's just like sitting there like, oh, bold new direction, really? Bold new direction. He's great. I highly recommend watching him. He's funny. One time he's like reading it, and he's like guys, I can't read this. This is I gotta pause the video, and he like just like does a cut. He's like, okay, I feel better now. He's like, so he's great. But yeah, Wall of Tangle Cord. Remember Walls, man? I miss Walls.
Yeah, when was the last decent Wall?
Yeah. I thought that card was so good when I was a kid, by the way. Wall of Tangle Cord. I was like, it's 06 for 2. Nothing can get through it. See, the thing is, I wasn't even a kid. I was like a teenager, but I was new to Magic, so I consider myself a kid. Sure. And you could pay a green, and it could block flying creatures. It's so good. And it's an artifact, so it goes from Battlecraft. Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad card.
No, I don't think it's a bad card either.
It just, I mean, it's great for like a Pauper Cube or something like that, because I mean, it blocks anything in a Pauper Cube.
Yes, for sure.
It has a place, I guess is what I need to say. It has a place.
Yeah, I like that card. I also like the art too. It seems so it obviously does not have vibrant colors that pop.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it always seemed like different to me than like everything else in the set, even though it was like everything was mirrored in,
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like, oh, it's so pale and cool.
Yeah.
It seemed like it like didn't belong a little bit. I don't know. I like it. Sorry, and where were we? We were on
talking about Star Wars reviews and how there's now there's yet another person in the world who's not a fan of The Last Jedi.
Yes, I just think it's okay. So my point was, I just think it's funny that he's like so late to the party. Like he like just saw it and he was just like, guys, have you seen how bad this movie is? And everyone's like, yeah, we've been telling you for months.
Yeah.
He's just like, he just like calls like Admiral Purple Hair and Rose Tico, and like, oh god, awful.
Yeah, it's a shame those movies or that movie came out before we started this podcast, because it would have been an excellent episode to just talk about that. Your analysis of like, the part, this is a spoiler, the part at the end of the movie where Admiral Purple Hair does like the warp drive through the Imperial cruiser, and it like destroys the whole thing, and you're like, well, if that's a way out, why didn't they just do that to the Death Star? And that's like, that pretty much like breaks that entire argument down. Like, why didn't they? Why did they spend an entire trilogy talking about Death Stars and complicated plans to blow them up? They should have just taken a rebel ship and put some droids on it and had them like warp drive through the thing.
Exactly. People people don't understand. Like, it's not meant to be a thinking person. I'm like, dude, it has more plot holes than any movie that's ever existed, and just completely ruins. Like, if you have to consider that canon, it ruins things that came before it.
Yes. Yeah.
There should be no tension with the Death Star. There should be no tension with anything. Like, you could just kill. Oh, what planet is the Emperor on? Oh, okay. Let's just send like a starship like going through it at light speed. It would totally destroy the planet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand, man. The fact that I thought the whole point of the thing was that you couldn't do that.
Right.
Ooh, Glimmer Post. That's a cool card. I used to look at that card and I was just like, you gain 1 life for each locust on the battlefield. Well, and I kept looking in the set for locusts. I was like, where's the locusts? I don't see any. I want to play my Glimmer Post and gain a bunch of life.
And I think there's only one other one in original Mirrodin.
Yeah, it's old. Yeah, it's mirror. Not glimmer post. It's called something post. Mirror post. God, what's it called? I don't even know. But but yeah, it's only the one other one. I will say I did play that card in standard in one tournament. I went to a PTQ, the old ones back in the day. It was my first one.
Oh yeah.
And I played a Venser the Sojourner control deck.
Okay. Hey, that's cool. I like that Planeswalker.
I love that Planeswalker to this day. It's a great Planeswalker. And cool. I played those lands in the deck because they helped you against the aggro decks. To gain a little life to keep you alive. And then later, if you get a Venser out but you don't have anything to blink, you can just blink your Glimmer Post and gain a bunch of life every time. If all else fails, I mean, it's not the best thing to blink, obviously, but it's like it's so you don't waste your Venser blink. It at least gets you something,
Sure. Oh yeah, the card is Cloud Post is the one we're
Cloud Post. That's right. Whew. Could we? Oh, I'm sorry, I cut out there for a second. Could we look up what a foil assault strobe is worth?
Oh, I tried to play an aforementioned card. What was the 5/3 trample haste infect guy?
Putrefax.
Putrefax. I tried to do a Putrefax assault strobe deck in standard when there was a two-headed giant tournament at the store. I thought that was a good strategy. Well, they don't have foils for sale. I'll have to look on TCG Trader. Let me see. TCG Player. You like TCG Player, or do you like MTG Goldfish?
I like TCG Player the best, but I guess it's just because I'm old.
All right, let's see. Where's the foil option? The regular one's 25 cents.
All right, we'll just leave it at that then.
It might be played in Pauper. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I thought it was. That's why I was looking it up. I thought it was played in Pauper. And that's why. And I know the Pauper card spiked, because of that. I mean, Pauper spiked in general.
Pauper spiked, yeah. Yes, it did.
Yeah. While you're there, look up Razorverge Thicket. I think that's a good one.
Right. Since there's no foils on TCG Player, I'm looking on MTG Goldfish. Ultra foil is $2.
Oh man, nice.
But not bad. And looking up
Razorverge Thicket, yeah.
Razorverge Thicket regular is $10.
That's a good one.
Yeah, not bad.
So far with the mocks,
the price of a Scars of Mirrodin pack is about $6 or $7.
Yeah, about. So far we've done. I think I've gotten about half the box back.
Yeah,
or actually more than that, right? So you said so it's like $70 for the opal, right? You said.
Yeah, 70 for the opal, or I think 85 for the opal.
85 for the opal. If we just say 50 for the cliffs,
yeah,
it's like 130, and then $10 for the razor for it's 140, and yeah, so that's over half the box paid for.
And then 14 for the Sword of Body and Mind.
Oh yeah, it's still So I'm almost 2/3 of the way. It looks like.
Yeah, not bad.
This is a good box.
Mm-hmm.
Any Mox Opal box is a good box, but I found an uncommon that I have to tell. The uncommon Dispense Justice.
Dispense Justice.
I thought that card was broken when I was a kid, or when I first started playing. Like, okay, so you're all laughing at me, but I was just like, oh my god, it gets around like indestructible and hexproof, and it's a 2-for-1 if you have artifacts out.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Well, it's definitely good and limited. So
yeah,
I agree with that.
I played it in like casual constructed.
Sure. Well,
I killed someone's Blightsteel Colossus with it once.
Yeah, I mean the fact that nobody expects the card, I think, does add power to it.
Yeah. So I just want to let you know that's how dumb I was when I was a kid. I thought that was like the best card.
It's pretty cool.
I opened a Steel Hellkite. That's the first rare I ever played against in Limited.
Steel Hellkite. Oh, that's a tough card to play against.
Yeah, but I just shattered it with a shatter. Ooh, I got the other worm tokens, so now I got the Lifelink and the Death Touch.
Cool. Good. Maybe it's Progenitor somewhere in those packs.
Yeah, man.
Steel Hellkite's $1.
Yeah, I know it's not much.
It's an iconic card.
Kuldotha Forge Master. Now this card was hype when it first came out. I think it's still playing vintage.
Right.
So.
Kuldotha Forge Master. He's $3.
Yeah, that's something. Like I said, there's some. I think Twisted Image is like, oh wait, they just reprinted it, so it's probably not great. But it was up to like a couple bucks, I think. That uncommon.
Okay.
Ooh, Painful Quandary. I thought that card was good when I first started playing too.
Like,
then I realized yeah, it's a black card. It's like one of those like Punisher cards where you have to choose what happens to you, but those are never good.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm trying to get through the packs because we're coming up on our hour here, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get through the rest of the packs for everyone.
Man, I'm looking at Twisted Images artwork, and like I'm like finally seeing it. It's like the flesh and the metal are inverted. It's basically what the Phyrexian disease of Pheresis does, where it turns flesh in the metal and metal in the flesh. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that card. I play that card in Modern Infect. It's great against the decks that play like Birds of Paradise and Noble Hierarch because you just get
kill them and draw a card.
Kill them and draw a card. Yeah, it's great. I love doing that. Mimic Vat, that's a cool card. I like that card.
Oh, I do like Mimic Vat. Yeah, I put that card in my cube.
Okay. Yeah. Is that in like the baby cube or the big cube?
Oh, the big cube. I don't have any cards with like keywords on them, like block specific keywords in the baby cube.
Ooh, Grand Architect. I don't think that's worth anything anymore, but that guy was a big deal back in the day. Also, this pack had my token was very bent. That's weird.
Bent?
Yeah, the corners were super bent.
They're weird.
The top ones. It's a poison counter. I mean, I don't really care, but
yeah, Grand Architect's $3.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think he was like 20 when he was in Standard or something. So
it's cool artwork.
That was a big deal. I think there's like an infinite mana combo with him and EDH as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't doubt that.
My last mythic is Platinum Empyrean. Well, I'm assuming
it's worth money, man.
Is it?
Yeah, because there was a deck that like used him. Platinum.
There's no way.
Yeah. He's gone up. He's $20, man.
No way.
I'm serious.
$20
total can't change. There was a card that was recently printed that like combos with him.
Really? Okay. I'm not sure what it is. Right, I thought he was one of the crap mythics in this set, but I guess I'm wrong.
He was when the set was out, but now he's worth something. Empyrean combo. Yeah, it's like you copy him or something. Madcap Experiment combo.
Oh! I think I did hear about that.
So, Madcap Experiment, which is printed, let's see. All the people that know the combo are yelling at us right now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a noob. That's all I am. Okay. So this was from Ether Revolt. I'm sorry, Kaladesh. Madcap Experiment, 4 mana. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card. Put that card on the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Madcap Experiment deals damage to you equal to the number of cards revealed this way.
So, okay. So you get that guy out and you just get him for free, basically? Because
I thought there was another combo, not that.
Well, I opened another mythic. Lux Cannon. I think that one's actually bad though.
Yeah, I don't think Lux Cannon's worth anything, but I'll search it. How many packs do you have left?
1, 2. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For those listening at home, I haven't mentioned every rare. If you didn't hear me mention one, it was because they sucked.
The Lux Cannon's $4.
All right, well, something. So we got 4 mythics in the box. That's not bad.
Yeah.
We'd like another foil rare. Ooh, Copperline Gorge. That were probably a $10 bill, I'd guess.
Copperline Gorge. Let's see. That's a Jund card, right? So it's $12.
No, yeah, it doesn't go in Jundo. They don't play that one. They only play Black Cleat Cliffs because they get the black man on turn 1 for Thoughtseize.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And it's black, and it's double black for Liliana.
All right.
The green red doesn't matter as much. All right. Ooh, remember Kemba?
Kemba.
Ooh,
yeah, he's got
Tempers.
A nice set of breasts on her.
Yeah. I haven't opened one, but there's a lot of cards that like reference her.
Not a furry, but I imagine the furries go wild for her.
Yeah, I would imagine they would. Open a Tempered Steel. That was a standard deck, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tempered Steel's cool. Let's see what that is. Tempered Steel. Tempered Steel is it's $1.50, but still a good card.
Yeah,
you're right. It was a standard deck.
I think it was the namesake for a standard deck. Ooh, Memoricide. I remember I thought that card was really good.
I thought it was going to be good, too, because it was like basically a reprint of that card from Kamigawa.
Yeah, but I thought that card wasn't good either.
I thought that was one of the cards they were trying to like sell the set with around Kamigawa block.
Well, yeah, I heard it was said to be good, but then didn't end up being good.
I don't think anybody used it.
Precursor Golem. Now that's a cool card.
Yes.
I like the card in cubes.
Yeah, I put him in my cube.
I remember someone there's like a deck. Someone made a deck around it for standard. Like you cast a bunch of what's it called? Ooh, what's a foil tainted? Oh my god, look at the foiling on these cards. Holy, foil tainted strike looks so cool. And it's got a pit. I love this. Like, it's got a quote from Sheoldred, the Whispering one.
Okay.
And like 2 sets before she's even announced. Ooh, I got one of those blue wolf tokens for the sword. That's cool. All right, so that's some cool shit. Gosh, that's so good. I'm looking at the foil. It's like fucking nice, dude. Oh man. Ooh, Seachrome Coast, another land.
Jeez, did you get all 5 of those Scars lands?
Not the blue-black one.
Okay.
Not the blue.
Seachrome Coast is $10.
Another $10 bill. All right. And okay. So here's a card. I have a story. So Engulfing Slagworm.
Oh, he's an 8.
He's a 7/7 for 7. And whenever he blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, destroy that creature. You gain life equal to its toughness. Yeah. I had a deck in Standard where I would just try to play that guy and put Lure on him.
All right.
So all their creatures would have to block him, and they would just all get destroyed. Well, at least that was my theory.
Until they had more than 7 power blocking him, then he would still destroy him, but then he would get destroyed himself.
Well, yeah, sure, but you just destroyed every single one of their untapped creatures. So at least that's just what my thought was.
Actually, wait, how does that work? The destroy that creature effect goes on the stack, then combat damage is dealt?
No, it just becomes blocked by a creature. So they don't even deal damage to him, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, cool. All right.
Like, literally, he can't die. I mean, if the creature's indestructible, that's the only way to get around it, I think.
Oh, that is pretty formidable, then.
I mean, but he doesn't have, like, hexproof. You can just kill him, but, like, go for the throat. So, yeah. Azuri's Brigade. That's a bad one. 1 pack left.
All right.
My foil Mox Opal has to be in here.
That's right.
This is it.
Hey, no matter what happens, you had a pretty good opening.
Yeah, it's a live wire lash, so crappy. But it was a very good opening.
Yes.
Whew. Let's do that again sometime. That was awesome. I'm a nice little pack opening high over here.
Sounds good, man.
So so what we got here is money cards were obviously Mox Opal, the Black Cleat Cliffs, the Platinum Empyrean, Sword of Body Mind, and then the Scars Lands.
Yes.
And then that's about it.
Okay. So
if we add up the value, so we got 85 plus
85
like 50
for the Mox.
85, so 135 with Mox and Blacklead Cliffs. And then 20 for the Platinum Empyrean.
Yes.
So 155.
155.
14 for the sword. We'll just round it up to 15, just to keep it easy.
Okay, so that's 170.
170, and then 3 $10 lands. That's 200.
200.
And then I guess all the other rares together and like uncommons and commons and stuff. Maybe you might get like $20 out of that. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
And we'll just call it like 210. So I paid like I paid 232 for the box. I got 210 of value out of it. That's not bad.
No, that's not.
Could have been worse. And I got the value of sharing it on the podcast with my friend Darcy.
There you go.
So,
and it will now be immortalized on YouTube.
Oh, for sure. But anyway,
Hand of the Praetors might be like $5 or $6.
You want to look it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
It's the only foil rare I got, sadly.
Yeah, let's see. I looked at the wrong site first. End of the Praetors foil is $4.
All right, so not much. So I mean, probably you add up all the Memnites and the twisted images and
yeah, Lux Cannon was $4. I mean, I think you got your value back.
Yeah, I either got close or I was there. So yeah, that was pretty good value on the box. Like I said, folks, don't buy Masters 25. Well, I guess you could, if you want to buy a cheaper one, buy Masters 25. But
cheaper than Scars of Mirrodin.
But yeah, it's cheaper than Scars of Mirrodin. But remember, your Scars of Mirrodin box comes with 36 packs, not 24.
That's true.
And it also comes with a premium draft experience and cards that don't bend right out of the pack, or curl, or warp, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's awful. Well, anyway, we're coming up on our time limit here. We talked about some Magic and then went over some cards and opened a box. Anything else you want to talk about, RC?
I will say, I think it would be cool to add a little. I mean, we have to. I really am enjoying the way we're doing our show, but I think I would like to, in the future, have like little points in the show or where we like talk about something, like continuously, like every week. Maybe we talk about new cards we've acquired or new things we've seen, like new decks we've heard about, that type of thing. I mean, maybe that's something we want to do. I don't know. But anyway, for this week, I want to talk about the fact that I went on eBay and I bought 32 issues that are basically near mint condition of the gaming magazine Inquest Gamer from the late 90s, early 2000s. So I have 32 issues here. Of course, it's kind of funny because they do like price guides in here. And I know today that's not how prices are done because they change too quickly, of course. But back then, this is what people look to for prices. So it might be kind of a cool thing to do like flashback segments where we look at like the price of cards back at a certain point in time based on these publications. So,
oh no, I think that's cool. Like I always thought that like because they were like monthly magazines or were they like bi-weekly?
Yeah, they were, and I had a subscription to Inquest for several years while it was in print, and yeah, it was cool. It was like the highlight of my month. One of the highlights of my month was getting the magazine in the mail, and I'd like read it cover to cover.
That's cool. So like the prices of cards would be like that. Like that was the price for a month, basically, of the card.
Yeah, more or less, just based on like tournament reportings, and I imagine they had a few game shops that they like were in contact with as far as like their single sales, and they could kind of approximate what the hot cards were and which ones people wanted, and kind of guess what the relative price was based on that. So I don't know. It's a cool little resource for the show. If we ever want to like talk about old cards, we can like say, oh, you know, back in March of 1998, your unlimited millstone was like $6 or something like that. You know?
Yeah, that would be cool. Though unlimited millstone is probably worth more than $6 today, I would guess.
Today, probably. I was giving an example.
Well, yeah, no, I was just thinking ooh, I think unlimited cards are actually like those are pretty rare, right? So
Yeah, but back then they weren't as much as they are today. Even like the bad cards.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Um,
Wait. You know what? Unlimited millstone doesn't exist. Okay, I'm bad. Sorry, guys. I really am new. It was first printed in antiquities, so it wouldn't be an unlimited. Let me give another example. Your Baron Sengir from Homelands is worth like $5 or something like that. You know.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Baron Sengir. Wait, was he? Was Homelands? So Homelands is known as like a really bad set, right?
Yeah.
It was one of those sets where they didn't print any instants of sorceries. It was just creatures, I think.
No, that's Legions.
Oh, it's Legions. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. Okay.
Homelands had their little like gimmick was that they had several cards and there was multiple arts for them, similar to Fallen Empires.
Oh, right. I know Hymn to Turok has like 4 different arts or whatever.
Yeah, and Homelands had a few cards that were like that as well, where I think like Leaping Lizard had like more than one art, or Foco Van Hava or Hanva or something. I mean, the setting of Homelands is pretty cool, but the cards just lacked a power level and a cohesion to them.
All right. Well, that's cool. I would definitely like to go over those magazines like in another episode.
Yeah, it's just it's something we could talk about in the future. But that's all I wanted to add. Is I mean, you certainly have. I think you've had a pretty good box opening, and it's awesome. You're like rebooting your collection a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, I just like to open packs. I'm a degenerate. And so I was like, fuck it. If I want to open packs, I want to open packs with a set I fucking love. And I was just like, so I was looking at sets I like love, right? Yeah. And I was like, okay, Innistrad box is really expensive, and what's it called? I don't want to open like Return of Ravnica. I'd rather. I was like, oh, Scars of Mirrodin. I would always look at Scars of Mirrodin boxes. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet. I fucking love Scars of Mirrodin. I just got my tax return check. Let's get me a Scars of Mirrodin box.
That's what you do with your taxes. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll be honest. My entire tax return check did not go to a Scars of Mirrodin box.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But some of it did for sure.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. I know your thoughts can change on this in the future, but where you stand now, would you consider holding on to those cards you opened tonight, or do you think you're going to resell them?
Oh, I'm holding on to them.
Okay. Follow-up question: do you think you might try to accumulate the entire set, collect the entire set?
No, I'm not a set collector. I hate that stuff.
Okay, all right.
If I would collect the set, it'd be for like making a cube or something, not for it wouldn't be to like display that I collected the set. It'd be to honestly, I got the most expensive cards in the set already, so if I wanted to do a full set, I could probably just spend like $100 on TCG Player and get the full set.
Oh yeah, that's what I was like. I was kind of hinting that. Would you just like pay the little extra money and just get the whole set?
Honestly, it would be pretty cool. I just have I don't know. I've just never been into it. Like, I guess like the whole point was like they just started printing stuff more, so it wasn't hard to like get every card in the set.
Yeah,
it used to be a bigger deal. I think Rudy talked about this. It used to be a bigger deal because it was harder to get every card in the set.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're just readily available. So I don't know.
Yeah, I really think with the internet, it changed that changed everything. You used to have to like go around and like go to the game store, like see what your friends had, and try to trade and buy and collect all the pieces.
Well, like I said, the game is too expensive in my opinion. So what I would say is they should just print everything to death. Hope that wasn't one on the recording. Someone just called me on Skype, so I apologize for that.
No, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay, good. So let's wrap this episode up then.
Sounds good.
So we hope you enjoyed. Okay. To any people trying to listen to us for non-Magic stuff, we're gonna try to have at least a heavier non-magic episode next week.
Yes.
And then episode 10, hopefully we'll have a guest
Yes.
for our first top 10 list episode.
I can't wait, man. I'm so excited for the top 10.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the top 10. It's going to be great. Just so you know, Dispense Justice will be on the list. And that's it. Any closing thoughts?
No, I think we said everything.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Geek Culture and Philosophy Podcast. I'm Mike. He's RC, and we'll see you next week.
Yes. And happy Easter, everyone.
Oh, yes. Happy Easter. Please enjoy your Easter. If you have a family that enjoy Easter, please do that as well. And if you have small children, get them Easter baskets. They love that shit. I know I did.
That's right.
So, all right. Have a good week, folks.